Hey, 10th and 11th graders, Mr. Rovic here with a quick intro video on today's advisory lesson, which we are going to be discussing your resume. Hey! I believe it is the most practical part of your state required high school and beyond plan is your resume. Why is it practical? One, nearly all jobs, especially non-entry level jobs, require a resume. So that makes it very practical. Beyond that practicality, when you apply for jobs and you fill out an application and attach your resume, many other people are. In fact, probably 10, 20, hundreds of people are applying for that job. How do you separate yourself out? Typically, you're not going to do that in an application all that much, but you can in your resume. So today is going to be one of the first steps in what is creating for many of you your first resume. If you already have a resume, this is not meant to take it over. You don't have to do with this one, but you do need to do this activity. You may be able to use your old resume because it's just something we need to do, and hopefully you learn something from it. You will be given a sheet by your teacher, which is a checkbox, which will walk through the activities, but I wanted to give a little context to it today. So what you will be doing is you are going into Schoolinks and you're going to your profile, which is your resume, and you're going to answer some questions basically about experiences you've ever had, your education, skills you might have, accomplishments, awards. You're going to put all that in there that you can think of. And at the end of it, you can actually download a resume. So in 20 minutes, if you're able to put all the information in, which I believe many of you probably will be, you may have your first resume, and honestly, it's not that bad of a first resume. Is it amazing? No. Would I use it the rest of your life? No. But for 20 minutes, it's not a bad resume to go to supply, especially for entry-level and high school jobs. Part 2 of this, which will happen later in the year, we're going to take that resume and polish it up. Make it look a little better, add some pizzazz, make sure it works for the jobs you're applying for. But for now, if you enter the stuff correctly, it's going to download a Google Doc, which you can edit and makes a decent resume for you. Another thing you will be doing that's part of your profile is your 4 post-secondary goals. Those are what do you plan to do after high school, your post-secondary goal, your career goal, your college goal, and your college major goal. I'm not as concerned about the last two, college goal and college major goal, but if you know those, I'd like those in there. Today, I need to make sure you all have, and that they're accurate, a post-secondary goal and a college goal. When I say you have to have it, it doesn't mean you can't change your mind. It doesn't mean you have to be 100 or even 60% sure of it. But sitting here today, what is your post-secondary goal? Is it 2-year college, 4-year college, workforce, or military? I need to have some sense of what you're interested in. Secondly, your career goal. What's a career you think you might want to pursue? What's the most obvious one today? Again, you can change your mind. In fact, you probably will. But I use this data all the time, daily. I just ran a report with our construction trade day of students interested so I can send them personal invites. WSU has an amazing scholarship. I ran a report for students interested in WSU. Guess what? 3 students weren't so happy because they didn't get it. They didn't put down WSU in the system. So make sure your goals are as accurate as they can be. So when I run reports, I have some indication of what you want to do. And you can change them at any time. We'll probably ask you to check them every so often. On that topic, if you have time today, always check your favorites, your career favorites and your college favorites, because I use that data too constantly. Keeping those up to date helps me support you in reaching your post-secondary goals. So you'll be checking your goals, entering stuff, and having a resume by the end of the day. Again, you'll have a worksheet that kind of runs through each step of how to fill it out, and there will probably be some stuff in your Google Classroom should there be questions that you might have. And as usual, you can always come visit me in 220 if you want to discuss or have questions, or you just want to stop by for some pretzels. Take care.